Welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is your host Frank the Vamp, and I'm making a quick video tonight, continuing my analyzing the franchise from the Terminator series. This time, we're down to part three. We're counting down backwards this time from part five, Genesis. We took a look at Terminator Salvation last time, and we're gonna talk about Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. And after the success of 1 and 2, being fantastic films, spoiling a little bit, even though unless you've been under a rock, you already know that. So those are going to be fun videos coming up. But Terminator 3 has a lot of charm on its own. And, I'll tell you why. And basically, to me, Terminator 3 feels like Terminator 2 light. Like, it has a lot of the good things that made Terminator 1 and 2 awesome. It also incorporates new ideas and has a ballsy ending. So let's just get into it and tell you why I think Terminator 3 is a good film. And let me tell you, not everybody shares these ideas. A lot of people really dump on the film. But let's talk about it. Directed by Jonathan Mostow. It's the first one not involving James Cameron, but still has Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course, reprising his role as the TA 50 Model 101. We have Nick Stoll as John Connor. Unfortunately, Edward Furlong. I read on the internet who was not asked to reprise his role from part two. Seems like I can't confirm this, but due to substance abuse, and I have read something, unfortunate things that Mr. Furlong went through. So unfortunately, he was not available to play. Apparently, his role as John Connor. We have Claire Danes as Kate Brewster, and we have Kristanna Loken as the TX, which it's basically a Terminatrix, so the first female Terminator, which makes a lot of sense because you want to. There's a joke that my friend used to tell me that it really makes sense. If a 6'4", 250, 260 pound bodybuilder would knock on your door asking if you were John Connor, even if your name was John Connor, you will, crap your pants. You're gonna run away and say, "No, I don't know the dude," and then close the door and hide or run away immediately. So, but if a beautiful young lady comes in and asks you, you're less bound to run. So, excellent idea. That's just one of the few ideas that made this movie fun. The movie's plot basically follows, John Connor now, a little older now, and he's a young man now, and basically, as we know, the first a couple attempts have been failed. One before he was born, and the second one he was a young kid. The Skynet has not been able to kill John Connor. So this time, they don't know where John Connor is, so they're kind of not targeting him specifically, but they're targeting his future wife, and they're targeting some officers of the resistance, some people that are going to be key to destroying Skynet in the future. So yeah, I totally dig the idea, and they sent another Arnold Terminator, that to protect him and his future wife. Let me tell you quickly what works and what doesn't. First of all, once again, I really, let me tell you why I like this film. I don't like it as much as 1 and 2, obviously, and actually I don't like it as much as 5. It's my new third favorite, but it's still really good. It's still a really fun film. It it uses, first of all, the Terminatrix, like I said, the really cool, and she has like weapons built into her, which that kind of makes a lot of sense. Has kind of like some of the T-1000 from Terminator 2 abilities as well to regenerate, that liquid metal type of thing, and it definitely, and and doesn't, she's easy on the eyes too. I mean, let's just say it. She's great to look at, especially in the beginning. Spoilers. uh, but yeah, that works. Another thing is Arnold. Arnold's just sharp as ever. Even though it's the third time, and this time he kind of makes fun of himself, which is another thing. That this movie has a lot of lightness, like it doesn't take itself seriously. There's a lot of winks to the winks to the audience, and a lot of one-liners again that made Arnold Schwarzenegger a household name in everywhere, and he delivers. He just plays this character down to the point. Um, Another thing that works is the action sequences are really fun. This Even though we have a lot of CG, and still we still retain some really cool scenes. There's scenes in the graveyard with the action. It's really hot. Yeah, so we have really cool, action films, action, action basically. It really that keeps you glued to your seat. The other thing that it's humorous. It kind of makes fun of it, so it's aware of what it is. It doesn't try to be one or two. It's just trying to, it's a popcorn film that's just wants you to make you laugh. It's not pretentious. It's not something. Everybody knows what they're doing, and that totally works. And finally, the last thing that I really was glad to see was the ending. Is really ballsy, and I think it's more realistic of what should be, and it kind of tells you what, sort of like, not without spoiling anything. I'm gonna compare another film, The Butterfly Effect, which a lot of people hate, but I actually really liked. It said no matter what you try to do, if something is meant to happen, it will happen. It's just gonna happen. You just delay it, or you just make it happen in a different way. That's why you can't go back in time and save loved ones, relatives, and things like that, because it eventually is just going to happen in a worse way, and the more you try to change it, the worse it gets. So it's kind of like a cautionary thing. So it's really cool. I really dig it. So yeah, those things make, negative things. I don't, you know, Nick Stoll sells it in the fact that, yeah, he's kind of a punkish dude that's kind of been a rebel and stuff. But he says a couple of things that really piss me off. Like, to his future wife, to Claire Danes, saying, "Hey, oh, when she destroys a machine," and he goes like, "Wow, you remind me of my mother." That's what a dumb thing to say. And I don't see the big chemistry between them. That's one thing that I didn't buy. I also kind of like, thinking about it, but this is kind of nitpicking, that Arnold can, and other people have said this in the reviews, and it's true. If this model is way so advanced, Arnold kind of shouldn't stand a chance, but it's still a Terminator. Maybe it's like, so I think like it's like this. If you make a great machine, if you make a 1956 Chevy, that doesn't matter if you make a 2014 Chevy, whatever, Malibu, whatever you wanna make it. It's still not gonna be as good as that, because nothing can beat a classic. So maybe it's that. So yeah, just nitpicking. Overall, like I said, it's a fun film. It has balls. It has some new things that were tried. But it doesn't go over it. So overall, it's a nice, enjoyable B plus to me. a B on a bad day, but it's more of a B plus. It's a fun film. It's really basically you just if you wanted to have fun seeing Arnold be a cool Terminator and protect John Connor, that's what you got. You got that, and it was really cool. So there you have it. So comment if you like the film. If you didn't like it, let me know. So subscribe, and just wait for next video, which we're gonna take a look at Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I wonder how I'm gonna feel about that. Because there's a lot of controversy. Which is better, one or two? Maybe I might combine them into one video, but we'll see. But I think there's just so much to talk about each that I don't think I could. So most likely they're both gonna get their individual videos. So be blessed, take care, and guys, thank you all that you have been subscribing to me lately. I really appreciate it. I love you all, and have a good night. See you next video.